And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 4.
11, Agate.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jaguars at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Thomas will come in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. But you look at this defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Etienne up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Slot man moves right. Now Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the Jags are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wanted in his game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Fighting through. Still going. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Here's Jackson to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play action. It's Lawrence. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team. Send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll be the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now 2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Kill.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes...
And that's caught inside the 35. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On the counter, Etienne
gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
That is caught by a diving Thomas. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Lawrence will throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Lisa 24.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And down right near the 25. Able to break through that initial contact. Got it some extra yardage. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Jackson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Ron!
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
11.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he stopped immediately there. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw is Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Take right open. Hey, run. Go, let's go. Here we go.
On play action, Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Marlon Humphrey with a tackle defensively. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big third down play there for the Jags. 44 yards. In motion right is Thomas.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Jackson. To the right side and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jackson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Hey, go, go!
Here's a give to Etienne.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Hey, Lion!
And they'll run with Etienne.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Hey.
Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Report.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Jackson
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Silver.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Foyesade Oluokun
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Big 13 heavy. Rip 23. Red.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, Lion. Here we go, son.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, without offside, this game.
But man, you don't see them open people.
Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
I'm going in goal line and fucking punt blocking all this so you can hit the people. You still standing there.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Jackson. Running free at the 45. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That one into the hands of Flowers.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And look at this, it's a fake. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
Hey, check smash. Heavy.
And they'll run here with ETN.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, run.
They'll run with ETN. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11. 11, Agate.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lot?
There he goes, right side. He's to the 15.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.